Hey everyone, welcome back. Let's get it. Let's talk college hoops. I'm going to give you guys 4 best bets on this huge Saturday card for the games that I'm targeting. We're going to get it going. I'm going to switch gears a little bit more so as football's dying down. College basketball, one of my favorite sports to handicap, as well as if you guys have been with us for the better part of over a year now. I think we're running up right on a year actually, where college basketball is one of the mainstays here. A lot of you guys are subscribed just for the college basketball picks, and I appreciate you guys all being part of the team. If you're new to the channel, this is a great time to do so. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe down below, and let's get into the free picks. Also, feel free to check out the free Discord, links down below for that, and also Outlier, the sports betting tool that I do use every single day right here on the channel, and it is something that is completely invaluable in making my bets and saving money and juice. Outlier, 7-day free trial, links down below. Check it out. If you don't like it, which you will, you can cancel within that 7-day trial period. Okay, so let's get into it. We are going to dive into the whole slate, but I'm going to highlight these 4 games for you guys in this video. The first game on the card that I do have a play in is the USC Illini game. They are traveling to face the Illinois club, ranked 13th in the nation, 12-3, 4-1 in conference. Now, this is a game where I do look for the Trojans to do well in this spot. Now, the reason why, they have not really covered the number, 5-10 on the season. Illinois, conversely, 8-6 ATS on the season. But this is a bet where I do like the Trojans quite a bit. Taking that 14.5, that is my best bet on this card for these 4 games. We take USC right now. You can look at kind of what they were able to do against Indiana, Michigan, keeping it within that 14-point number. This is a tough task on the road, but 14.5 is just a little bit too many points for me in this spot. We want to look at the matchup a little bit, so in its entirety, okay. USC getting 14.5. That's something where we look into kind of the ATS numbers here. Okay, at a 14.5 point number, they have basically covered 14.5 in 90% of their last 10 games. I think this is something where we look into it. 11-5 ATS in their last 16 games as a favorite for Illinois. It's something where you could back the Illini. I just think it's way too many points in a game where I do like USC's offense quite a bit. I think they're going to be able to score enough to keep this one close. So I will be taking USC on the road. As we look at them a little bit more so in depth, they are a better road team. Okay, you're able to see what they were able to do in terms of winning outright at Washington. This is dating back to December 7th of this year. That's kind of where I look into kind of the narrative. USC plus 14.5 is my best bet for this game. Okay, and then statistically, I am going to share with you guys a little bit more so about this. Okay, in this matchup, we look at USC averaging 75.7 points on offense. Also, the defense there for Illinois, not the best. It's obviously not as bad as USC. That's the only thing that really does concern me, is that Illinois scores a ton of points, and the defense for the Trojans really make this 14.5 kind of get out of control. The rebounding edge does go to the Illini as well, which is something that I look at a little bit more so. But in terms of kind of what we have going on for Illinois and how they stack up offensively, they're going to really light it up from 3-point range. Okay, and that's kind of the only thing that really scares me, is that Illinois just kind of takes care of business at home. But I'm going to grab the 14.5 points for the Trojans. That's one of my best bets of the day. Okay. Next, I kind of want to get down the board a little bit as we look into the next game. And for that next game, it's going to be the Louisville Cardinals taking on the Pittsburgh Panthers. Now, Pittsburgh is now a -4 on the board. You can find 3.5s in the market. If you do like to play money lines, Pittsburgh on the money line, -165. That's out there and readily available. That is the side that I'm going to be on, right? So I do like Pitt. We're going to take them 3.5. That is my best bet. If we're going to look at the matchup a little bit more so entirety, Pittsburgh 9-6 ATS, Louisville 9-7 against the number, and this is kind of where we look into the handle a little bit. You can see kind of the spread in a slight favorite as we look for Pittsburgh having that, but I think this is something where I do think that Louisville, in my personal opinion, is a decent club. They've won 5 of their last 5 games, but Pittsburgh right now coming off of a blowout loss against Duke, looking for them to rebound at home. I think this is where the Blue Devils really did kind of have their way at home, but I think that Pittsburgh gets this one right. So I'm taking Pittsburgh -3.5 at home against the Louisville Cardinals. In this matchup, we're going to look at kind of what they have to bring to the table. the overwhelming kind of metric here that's really going to key in on is Louisville does not play good offensively. Also, defense is kind of lax as well. And I do like for that Pittsburgh offense to really kind of be the reason why they get it done at home. 12-3 on the season, 3-1 in conference. So the Pitt Panthers looking to go 13-3 as they start this 2024-25 campaign. So give me the Pittsburgh Panthers at home, -3.5. They have a undefeated record at home, 9-0, and I think that continues today as Pitt looks to go 10-0 at home. Okay. Next game we're going to talk about, this is one where we're going to go into Belmont, okay? So let's go down the odds board a little bit. Okay, we have a tip-off in this game at 1 o'clock Eastern time, going against Indiana State Sycamores. Full disclosure, I do like Indiana a little bit. I lean Indiana State for this matchup, -2.5. But the bet I'm going to be making here is over 170, okay? Over 170 is my best bet. We saw the Sycamores lose to Valparaiso recently, okay, but I still think that that's something where Indiana State shoots the ball well. They score a ton of points, and this is something where we're going to have to look into the narrative where in their last two outings for Belmont, they had 176 and 179 respectively, going over the totals. We look at kind of the ATS numbers against the number. Belmont is 11-4 to the over, and Indiana State, one of the best over teams in the country, 12-2 against the number. So this is a weird one too, because we have seen some buy down from 171 down to 170.5. I think if you wait a little bit, you might be able to find a 170 juiced up, and that's exactly what we did. So I'm taking the over 170 in Belmont and Indiana State. Okay. And then the last game that I do have a play in, okay, this is going to be one where we look into kind of one of the games that I do like to kind of key in on. And the reason why is what we're going to get into. All right, this is excuse me. This is South Dakota State and Nebraska, all right? And you're going to ask yourselves, why are you betting this game? Well, if we've looked into the Summit Conference, okay, they do not play a lick of defense, and offensively, they've been getting it done. If we talk about kind of where we're at, this is something where you look at kind of South Dakota State. They are averaging 78 points per game, and that's something where we look into this. If they do put up 78 in this spot, you really don't need much on the other side for Omaha. If we look at the numbers here, guys, about 50% to the over, but this is a game where I do think the number at 150.5 is very much a consistent number. There's really been no movement, so I think this is a very good advantage for us. Also, you can see the large majority of the handle, 61% of the handle to the over. So in the Belmont, Indiana State game, love me some over 170. I'm sorry, that's the Belmont and Indiana State. We got to go down the board a little bit for this one, okay? Apologies. My phone rang and I kind of got thrown off my rhythm. But as we look into this later game, okay, this is going to be 2:05 tip-off, and this is where we're going to be able to find the South Dakota State Omaha number. Overwhelmingly, 97% of the handle is on the over, despite only having 51% of the bets. And like I said, guys, a little bit earlier, this is one of my favorite bets on the card, taking the South Dakota State Omaha game over 150.5, and that will be my final play on today's Saturday slate. So appreciate you guys watching. Those are my 4 best bets in this Saturday card. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. If you have not done so, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe right down below. Also, feel free to leave me a comment on Discord and or in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Have a great rest of your weekend. Let's cash some tickets. Cheers.